Tutorial will show you how to use 3D in Photoshop CS6. First thing you need to do is you need to have an image open, as I do here. And obviously the first thing I did was create a new image from the background copy, as I do always. Alright, so to add a 3D image, first of all you need to have a 3D image. So I got this boat online from, it's a 3D Studio Max file, so you need to create a 3D image first. Photoshop does have a few stock ones, but if you're serious about implementing 3D, you're going to either buy a 3D image, make one yourself, to put it into Photoshop to use. So how would I do that? Alright, so you have your 3D image, mine's on my desktop. You simply go to 3D, and you're going to select New 3D Layer from File. When you select that, you're going to look through to find your file. Mine's a 3ds file. I'm going to click Open, and it's going to open up. You can see that it's opened up. This is a boat, so I'm putting a boat on water. If you look over in my Layers panel, you can now see I have a new 3D layer there. Now, what can I do with this? There are a bunch of things I can do with this 3D image. Quite a bit, actually. So as soon as I click on it, up at the top of the screen, this is how I move it and change its size. By clicking these. Over here on the right-hand side, this is where I'll change the color of it, change the texture, and just give it a different look. So let's go ahead and do that. The first one here simply changes the coordinates, and I can also change all these manually as well. Just change the boat, make it look like it's in the water. I can also change the light source. You can see the light source up top here. So I can change the direction of the shadow. And on the right-hand side, you can see that I can change the color and how, the opacity of the shadow as well. Let's do it like that, and then, let's see, good. Let's rotate this around, perfect. This rotates it. I don't really need to rotate it. It's already pretty even. This one's going to move it up and down on the picture. Just help me place it a little better, and the final one can scale it for me. So let's scale this down a bit. Alright, now that I've scaled it down a bit, I'm going to select it, and I can choose a texture. Now Photoshop's pretty limited in their textures, but you can choose any of them. And this is where I can also choose a color as well. I'm not going to be able to see the color too well due to the light source, so I can add light in to see my color better. Additionally, this is not rendered. You actually need to render your file when you're done. So, and there are options here such as how much reflection is there, how much shine is there going to be, what is the opacity, what is the refraction, things like that. So you can change all of that around and kind of mess with it. This is how you will change the color of your image. You can also see the colors up here that I can choose from. These change the colors. And basically there's not much else to it than that. There's a couple other options you can play with. For instance, I can snap the object to the ground plane. This makes it look like my object is actually on the ground. I can change the size of various features of it. When I'm all done, I will render my image. It takes a while to render, so be prepared to wait for a couple minutes, if not longer. And that's about it. All right, thank you.